Wednesday, happy hump day, you guys. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. Yo, we are back. Came from New York today, you guys, and oh my goodness, today's testimony in the Diddy trial. Today is week 4, day 3, and Bryanna Bungalow testified, which is Cassie's friend, still Cassie's friend till today. So she was testifying. Hey, Miss Red, how are you? Welcome. Welcome. She was testifying that Diddy basically hung her over the balcony. Y'all, from when we experienced, me and my baby Jamil went to actual, boots on ground at the courthouse, you guys. And oh my goodness, Miss Red says, hey, Sugar, hey, Miss Red. So from being at the courthouse, listening to the testimony of Mia, even on Monday, you guys, a lot of this, I don't like the victim shame, but a lot of these women are their testimony is a little suspicious, right? Even with this girl, Bryanna Bungalow today, they're saying her testimony is very suspicious because it's like she and Cassie kind of set up the plot for this situation. Like, let's say it was at your house over the balcony, or let's say it's here. You guys, all I'm saying is I've always been an advocate for saying if somebody didn't do anything to you, y'all, it's not right to lie on somebody. We know Diddy's a monster. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. We know Diddy is a monster, you guys. Diddy deserves to go to jail for what he has done to a lot of people, in my opinion. But now that I seen the boots on ground going there, especially on Mia's testimony on Monday, y'all, I was like, oh my goodness, it's so different when you're in the courthouse versus what is being put out like on the news and all this, other, social media, news channels and things of that sort. But y'all, when you go to the actual courtroom, you are seeing the evidence, and it's not adding up. 2 and 2 plus 2 is not equaling 4. It's very questionable. We know Diddy is a monster, but like I always said, like with Misha, Adrian, all of the people that were lying on Diddy, saying that Diddy did this and Diddy did that, and they know that they didn't even qualify for Diddy's program, you guys, I think that's wrong. Nobody should lie on another person, whether it be for fame, whether it be for clout, whether it be for money, or whatever the case may be. It's not right. I just don't believe in doing wrong to anybody and knowing that they didn't. We know that they're a demonic entity, but like, how would you feel if somebody lied on you and you didn't do something to that person? Just because you're in trouble, you're in court, you're facing a life sentence, doesn't mean that you could go and lie on that person, right? Tammy says, I think something may have happened, but not exactly how she said it. Facts, Tammy. That is the best way to put it. That's why I'm saying I think that she is a victim, like Mia is a victim of something. But when she said that Diddy raped her, and then all her text messages, and this is what the government pulled. Remember when they, took the cell phones and all that stuff? This is the cell phone conversations from Diddy's phones between Mia and Diddy. Nothing ever was said about her reporting the rape to anybody. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Michael. Hey, Fred. So those things are questionable. And then when you get raped by your friend's boyfriend, you would be telling your friend, hey, your boyfriend raped me. I'm going to the police. I'm going to file a police report. I'm going to go get a rape kit. I'm going to go and put a lawsuit on him. She did none of that. So I was seeing the setup. If you guys were there, y'all would see the setup too. I'm telling you. Jamil says, salute, beautiful. Hey, baby. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Smash the like button, everybody. Yes, smash the like button. Y'all, we are going to get into it because I'm telling you, my baby says, surviving all the liars. Yes. And I was even like, no, Diddy's a monster. Diddy is lying. We know he's a mess. We know that he's conniving. He's a narcissist. We know all of that, right? I'm giving Diddy all of that. He's nasty. He's a demonic entity. Janice didn't raise no man. She kind of like she raised a, I don't even want to say. I'm trying to be nice now. I'm trying to be nice today, y'all. I'm trying. But these women that are going on the stand, they're victims of something. But hey, John. Hey, Galatians. But they are not victims of what they are claiming to be. At all. At all. And I'm sorry, excuse me, y'all. And the proof is in the pudding. When I seen the evidence on these text messages, I felt like Mia, I can say, I feel like Fred from Uganda, welcome. Tammy says the liar should have been weeded out. It looks like the feds dropped the ball. Yes, I'm telling you, Tammy, you are exactly right. I'm telling you. When I seen, and I was in court, I was in the courtroom on Monday, and I'm looking at the evidence. And then last week, Mia said that she had to beg Diddy to go to her grandma's funeral. And there was no text messages saying, Diddy, can I please go to my grandma's funeral? The only text messages that they showed was where she was, oh, I love you, Diddy. I miss you, Diddy. Trying to conversate with him. And even some of the messages, Diddy wasn't even responding. And then a text message was about this long. And she said, Diddy, my grandma passed away. I bought me a plane ticket to go home to my grandma's funeral and this, that, and the third. Like, deuces, I see you when I see you, or whatever the text message said. But no text message ever saying, Diddy, you grate me, you made me mad, you took advantage of me, none of that. Then she was making a scrapbook for Diddy. She was over here saying, Diddy, I love you, I want to see you. So I'm like, y'all, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. I mean, I understand the RICO and all of that, but when you put these people on the stand and the proof is not proofing, I'm sorry. I'm for right and what's wrong. I'm telling you, these things from what we seen in the courtroom, you guys, I'm telling you, they are at not 2 and 2 is not equaling 4. So when they had put this girl today on the stand, Bryanna Bolanga, or however you pronounce her name, they're saying her and Cassie are friends. And Cassie, Cassie's a victim to a certain extent, but Cassie, from what I'm seeing, Cassie was like the setup girl. She begged this girl, Bryanna, to go and meet Diddy. Bryanna and her were friends. They were doing rugs together. They were getting high together. They were doing all this stuff together. And allegedly, they had set up a plot to try to say that Diddy hung her over the balcony and squeezed her tatas and did this and did that. And I'm like, these women are something else. Like, when you get in relationships or whatever and some man do you wrong or whatever, it doesn't constitute you telling a lie on that person. I'm sorry. Like, if the relationship went sour or whatever, it doesn't constitute you telling a lie. Like, I'm telling you, these women they are something else, but it was all for money, all for clout, I think. They're victims of something. Cassie was a victim to a certain extent. But I'm telling you, it was like, I'm like thinking about this whole situation in a whole nother way now. Diddy's a monster still. I would never take that back. He's a monster. He deserves to be up under the prison, right? But these women deserve to be truthful and honest too. That's why when they're on the stand, they're saying, oh, I don't remember. I can't recall. Yes, because the Fed said if you lie, you going to jail too. Right? So when they say, I don't recall, I don't remember, yeah, you don't, because you don't want to get caught in a lie on that stand. Tammy says it's not beneath him, but did he do it to her? That's what I'm saying. We know that Diddy, if he put the hands, the feet, the elbows, the belt, the kettlebells, the chairs, y'all know Diddy will grab anything. Look, the water bottle, popping people over the head with the laptop. We know Diddy is a whole mess and a half. We know that. But my thing is, Say what Diddy did. You know what I'm saying? Say what he really did, because when you saying he raped you, you saying they're saying, they hung, you was hung over the balcony and stuff like that. Say what he really did. I mean, it sounds like I wasn't putting them past Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But when there is evidence and proof of them trying to plot and see, well, should we say that that he held me over the balcony at your house, or should we say this? I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, wow, these heifers were trying to plot to make money, or whatever the case may be. Y'all, I don't think that's right, because I'm telling you, I wouldn't want nobody lying on me. Hey, Josephine, welcome. I wouldn't want nobody lying on me and lying on anybody for that fact of matter, just because they're already demonic people. They're already in hot water. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Thank you, Teresa. Happy belated. Thank you. Huggy, welcome. Manic, y'all, so it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But we're gonna get into it, you guys, because like I said, when I was boots on ground, I kind of seen with my own eyes. I mean, I even seen Diddy in the court. I was like, oh Lord, here goes that little demonic entity. Seen Janice, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And yeah, but that's the way I feel. I don't need nobody. I don't want nobody to believe everything, or agree with me 100%, because everybody has their own feelings and thoughts about it, and we all can agree to disagree respectfully. So, but I was looking at it like, man, Diddy is a monster, but these girls are vicious too. These girls are vicious too. And I'm like, these little women, they are victims of Diddy's, victims of Diddy's situations or whatever, right? But they are a little vicious too. Tammy says Diddy in absolutely no way deserves to be free, period. Absolutely. And I agree with you, Tammy, 1000%. I'm talking about from Kim, from doing all the stuff to people, even the way he, beat Cassie. No woman or no person deserves, not even a dog deserves to be treated like that. And Diddy put hands, feet, kettlebells, chairs. I mean, he was throwing laptops. He was throwing computers or whatever. He was like the ultimate crazy maniac, demonic entity. Diddy deserves to go to prison. He absolutely deserves to go to prison in my eyes. But what he's being accused of, it was like they were like setting up things through their text message. And these are text messages that they have, that the feds have between them, that like they were setting up like, what we gonna do? What we gonna say? Are we gonna say that Diddy hung me over the balcony? We're gonna say this, or we're gonna say that? Y'all, this is crazy. Diddy grabbed her tatas and hung. I was like, this is kind of crazy. Now, we know Diddy will put some hands and feet and everything, but really, did he do that? We know he's capable of doing anything. I don't put nothing past Diddy, right? He is a demonic entity, and y'all already know how I felt about Diddy, his mama with her Timu wig. Y'all already know how I feel about that situation. But at the same time, it's not right for somebody to lie in the midst of somebody else's storm, because they want to jump on the bandwagon. They want to get some money. They want to get some clout, want to get some fame. Because with Mia, let me tell you, I believe Mia was Diddy's, another one of his 5011 girlfriends. And she and Diddy didn't want nobody to have any information or intel. That's why y'all had to peep game, right? Why did Diddy went and snatched and took Mia, or got Mia's phone somehow, right? Got Mia's phone and said, Mia, I'm sending all of these pictures to Cassie. So why would you be sending pictures of Cassie and telling her everything? And then they were like, well, did you tell Cassie that Diddy raped you? She was like, no. So I was like, this heifer, she was sleeping around with Diddy, which was Cassie was supposed to be Mia's friend, and she's sleeping around with Diddy, and she knows that Diddy and Cassie play around together, have a situationship. But it's like she was the girl, the what's it called, the side chick to the side chick. She was a side chick to the side chick, and she knew she was messing with Diddy. But I feel when she was saying that Diddy raped me, she ain't told nobody. She ain't let her mama know, a sister, a long distance relative, the police. Man, even she didn't even have to tell anybody she went to the police. She could have went to the police and kept that report and not even told anybody, but had her proof, right? She didn't even do that. And then she was stalking Diddy pretty much, all kind of text messages. Diddy, I miss you. Sending him birthday wishes, doing all kind of craziness, writing down all kind of notes, but never took any notes about Diddy raping her. So that's why I was like, she's one of them girls you don't want to be bringing around your man, because she was smiling in your face. Hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, girl. And then as soon as you get out her sight, she looking at your man like, ooh, Diddy, yeah. Oh, you look, ooh, we need to go get some cheek clapping. You over there clapping everybody else's cheeks. I want a piece too. I feel like that's what Mia was doing. I'm sorry. That's what all the evidence that I seen with my own eyes in the courtroom on Monday. That's what it was bringing, and that's what it was screaming at me. Because when y'all seen the evidence, I'm like, well, where's the proof that you said you was, that Diddy raped you, that, no police report, no saying, Diddy, you violated me, I hate you, I can't stand you, you violated me, you took something from me that I can never get back. None of that, you guys. I'm telling you. So like I said, people got to be careful, because they had a lot of those people. Hey, D-Dot, how are you? Michael says, no food, no deal. I'm telling you. Lil Terabyte said, hey, Lil Terabyte, how are you? Diddy has lived a messy life of debauchery. Yes, he has. Y'all, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all, we know Diddy collected a lot of women, right? Diddy was collecting women. Diddy was collecting people's children's. Diddy was collecting a whole lot of mess, a whole lot of disgusting activities, behaviors, a lot of corn stores. He was collecting a lot along his 30 years, right? And we all know that Diddy is a whole demonic entity, like during survival, right? He's the whole demonic entity. I don't put nothing past that joker. But all I'm saying is the way the evidence that was provided before my eyes in that courtroom showed no proof and no evidence. And this is stuff that was seized from Diddy's houses and all of that. There was no, hey, Greg, how are you? There was no evidence to show that Diddy raped her. I feel like people, when they want to use things when it's convenient for them, it's like, when people have selective hearing, you tell them something and they be like, oh, I don't remember that. But they remember everything else. Like, you got selective hearing, right? I done told you this, that, and the third. I told you that I'm going to do X, Y, Z or whatever. But you didn't hear me say that. But you heard me say, oh, I'm going to take you shopping or something, right? Oh, you heard me say that, right? I feel like that's what she was doing. She has a selective using things to her advantage. Like, you got those people like that. They will be like, oh, when times is ain't right, and I feel like I can throw my you grate me card out there, I'm gonna do that at my convenience, right? When it's convenient for me, right? And the reason when she was gonna try to use that was if Diddy actually sent those pictures and all that evidence to Cassie, showing that they were probably having, sex, having like intercourse, getting their cheeks clapped, them kissing each other, them fondling each other, whatever those pictures they were, that Diddy told her, I'm sending these pictures, I'm sending them to Cassie. I'm gonna let her know that we've been freaking off. And she's like, well, like she didn't want him to send, like, well, okay, you want to tell Cassie? Okay, you want to tell Cassie, Diddy? Let's tell Cassie that you grape me. Let's run and tell that. No, she didn't want to run and tell that, right? So today, with this girl, another friend of Cassie's, right? And I feel like Cassie was helping Diddy kind of like meet other women too, because this lady today, Bryanna Bungalow, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Hey, Bronze, how are you? One Love, hey. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name, but Cassie begged her to meet Diddy. Now, y'all, come on, y'all women and men out there. If y'all women out there got an awful narcissistic man, why would you be like, come on, Sharmika, I want you to meet my baby. I want you to meet my husband. I want you to meet my boyfriend, knowing that he's a whole demonic entity. I wouldn't even want nobody to meet him. I would be staying far away, right? I would not want my friend, I wouldn't beg my friend to meet my narcissistic husband or boyfriend. Absolutely not. So it was weird. And then when he met her, it was like a whole crazy crash out thing, right? Diddy didn't want her doing no rugs because Diddy know when Cassie get them rugs in her, oh, she turns into a whole freak leak. And they're saying that when she and Cassie and Bryanna was doing these rugs, oh, they was clapping each other's cheeks. They were in a whole relationship. They were doing the unbelievable, the unthinkable. They were partying. They were clapping each other's cheeks. Remember, Cassie said she wanted to see Diddy with a woman. I think have Rex with the woman, I believe it was. So she was a perfect opportunity, y'all. I'm telling you, this situation is crazy. But y'all, we gonna go through it because this is crazy. And allegedly, Diddy said, I'm the devil and I could kill you. Witnesses say Combs attacked and threatened her. But who was the witness? Who was the witness? Y'all, we gonna get into it because I'm telling you, this situation is, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm like, this is not adding up. 2 and 2 is not equaling 4. I'm sorry. Smash the like button as y'all come in the building. Tammy says, gotta look it up, D-Dot. Oh, hold on. One Love says, because, let me see. Because she admitted she was, oh yeah. Oh, and Ray J's name came up too. They said Ray J was a rug dealer. Ray J was the one provided them rugs, just like he was with Whitney Houston, y'all remember? So his name came up today. And I was like, oh. And she says she don't know if it was a Ray J though. I don't know if it was that Ray J. Everybody knows Ray J. That's saying like Michael Jackson. I don't know if it's the Michael Jackson that does the moonwalk. I'm telling you, this situation, I'm telling you, these women's, they are thirst buckets, man. I'm telling you, we had to get the water hose for them jokers. I'm telling you, we got to hose them down because I'm telling you, they was thirsty for clout, thirsty for money. I mean, for a lot of things. They are victims of something. I don't like to victim shame. Y'all know how I am. I don't like to victim shame anybody. I just like to keep it real and call it what it is, right? I call it how it is and try to keep it 100 over here, right? So it says, let's see. Combs has pleaded not guilty to the charges of Rex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and the P word. He could spend the rest of his life in prison if convicted on all counts, which, you know, he may not be guilty of some of this stuff, but, oh, he's guilty of a whole lot of other things, right? Terrorizing people. I mean, taking people's money, taking their publishing and then giving it back when it's worth 3 cents, all kind of stuff, right? And these people struggled through all these 30 years he did this. That's why it's like he's a monster. He deserves to go down because there were so many people. Hey, Threes, welcome. And Mac, welcome. He deserves to go down, right? Because he caused people heartache. He caused people like not to eat, people to go hungry, people not able to pay their bills. A lot of different things while he's over there partying, having a good time, having these all-white parties, having the freak offs, tearing up people's hotels, paying money for that, but he didn't want to pay them for, you know, getting on the stage and performing like Michael Jackson. He was like, oh no, that was a free performance. You don't get no money from me. He was taking their money and treating these people awful, y'all. I'm telling you, this is karma. And the real victim, you guys, one of the real victims, Freddie P. That one touches my heart because I remember when Freddie P was in the bathroom, it looked like he was like in the hood maybe or something. Not making fun of him or nothing like that, but he was down and out. You could tell. And then when all this stuff started happening last year, it's like he was cleaned himself up. He was looking presentable, looking clean and stuff like that. And then he came and he was doing these interviews, and I was happy for him because I was like, now he's starting to be able to generate some money off of these interviews, like going on, I don't know, different like platforms here on YouTube. But when I heard his story over the years and I seen him looking the way he did, I mean, that was heart-wrenching. So I know a lot of the other people that are real stories are like that was a heart-wrenching story for me, you guys. But anyway, so it says during the cross-examination of Bungalow on Wednesday, Combs' lawyer tried to cast doubt on Bungalow's testimony by highlighting her own rug use, pointing out purportedly inconsistencies in her testimony. and suggesting she was financially motivated to testify against Combs. Now, let me say this. Hey, Ayasha, how are you? Ayasha says, wait until Jane Doe flies in. Diddy's gonna have front door exclusive red carpet laid out on the steps of Alcatraz for him. Don't underestimate the feds. Exactly. Oh, speaking of that, Ayasha, you guys remember, I told you guys earlier, remember the feds, Damon? Remember Damon? He was like, I gotta send some federal agents over there to UK because there was a situation with Diddy with a female that I can remember specifically. He met some girl, he was over there, he was doing the most, treating her bad, treating her horrible, and then the feds was like, oh, he's a US resident. The feds, y'all need to come over here because Diddy done cause havoc over here in our country. Y'all need to come over here so we can take care of the situation because he's over here terrorizing our residents and people of our country. So Damon went over there. He sent his agents over there. Hey, Mike and hey, Aaron. He sent his federal agents over there to UK to do an investigation. Is this where this girl is going to be coming from, the UK? I totally believe so, but we're going to see because she's testifying as a Jane Doe, and she's coming all the way from overseas. She was traveling. She should already be here. I believe her she goes on the stand, I believe, either tomorrow or I believe on Friday. Now, tomorrow's court, I believe, is half a day, the judge said. I think they're starting like at 1 o'clock, I believe, on tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm telling you, I believe this Jane Doe is coming from UK. She's coming from overseas. I believe it's UK. Don't quote me on it because I haven't got any solid concrete go on that, but I know that from overseas it was UK that the feds had to send their people over there to go over there and meet with their I guess federal agents or whatever they call them over there to clear the situation and take care of the situation with Diddy. I'm telling you, Diddy is crazy. Dida says Diddy got a third daughter talk. Yes, I'm telling you, today was crazy, a little crazy today. Yesterday was really popping. But let me show you guys what I seen that came across my TikTok. When I seen this come across my TikTok, I was like, oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see if because I think I sent it. Let me see. Let me see if I sent it on this phone. But if I didn't, I'm gonna send it. Okay, it's on this phone that I'm actually on recording. But y'all, there is his daughter, the one daughter, she came out, right? And she was on TikTok and she said, my dad is mean. He's a monster. She was saying all kind of stuff. I'm going to screen record it and I'm going to probably put it as a short on my TikTok page, Instagram, and here on YouTube. But that daughter was saying how much of a monster Diddy is from, I guess, seeing all of this. And I was like, you know what? It's kind of funny that the last couple of days in court, I think the boys came. I think they came on Monday, but yesterday, oh no, they didn't come. King Combs and the Cisco, they didn't come yesterday. It was only Justin and Diddy's mom that came. So they're starting to find out, like, my dad is a monster. We didn't seen him lay hands, foot, toes, kettlebells, chairs on people. We know that we're finding out that our dad is a monster, right? I'm telling you, it is all coming out. But y'all smash the like button. We're gonna continue, but I'm gonna do a short. I'm telling you, when I seen that, and I just seen it like an hour ago. It popped up in my as soon as I was about to go to TikTok to do some uploads, it came out, and I'm like, whoa, this is pretty deep. And this is his daughter talking, the daughter that had the older daughter, the one that has the mom by herself. I don't remember that girl's name. I forget that girl's name, but it's not the twins. It's the older daughter, the one that has her own mother. But I was like, oh my God, I'm going to upload that. Hey, Anonymous, how are you? Welcome. I was like, stuff is getting crazier by the day. Chance, yes, Ayasha, Chance. Yes, Tammy. Yes, Chance. Yes. Chance was I mean, she was upset, y'all. I'm gonna, as soon as I get off here on the live, you guys, I'm gonna go and screen record it, and I'm gonna put it on here so you guys can see it. Cause I was like, oh my God. D-Dot says the lounge facts. Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, whoa. It like kind of took me by wind, because I'm like, his kids are supporting him. But I heard too that Cisco, I forget, I'll Be Sure's son is kind of like, I guess, kind of having a tug of war and seeing how nasty Diddy is. And they're saying, allegedly, you know, this is, I can't confirm or deny this, but they were saying that Diddy, he had some that possibly could have done something to that boy. That's why he was trying to keep I'll Be Sure away. He didn't want I'll Be Sure to be in that boy's life. That's what I'm hearing through the grapevine, you guys. I cannot confirm or deny that, but that's what is being said, and that's what information that I got. But y'all, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Hey, Ken, how are you? But it says Bungalow sued Combs in 2024 over the alleged balcony episode and testified she was willing to settle a claim for $10 million in damages. Combs has denied the allegations, and a civil suit is ongoing. She acknowledged in court that she struggled with drugs, regularly consumed the white powder and the ket with Ventura, and sold drugs to both Combs and Ventura. So she was a rug mule. She got the rugs and was selling them to Cassie and Combs. And she said she got the drugs too. They mentioned Ray J's name. I was like, oh my God. One Love says, I'm disgusted by the whole thing. Me too. Me too, One Love. But when I'm telling you, when I was boots on ground on Monday and Tuesday, and I started seeing things kind of turn and shift for me about what's going on, and I'm like, these girls are savages. They were messing with each other. They were like kind of teaming up on Diddy, even though Diddy did a lot of stuff to them. You know, I don't blame them. But my thing is a lot of the stuff they're saying, they're lying. And when I tell you guys that when Steele on Monday, Diddy's lawyer tore Mia a new badonkadonk and set her soul on fire on that stand, y'all, even everybody in the courthouse was laughing, because Brian Steele, he was, I'm telling you, he was livid. He was so livid, because he was like, didn't you say that you had to beg Diddy to go to your grandmother's funeral? Well, here's I forget what the lady's name is. Miss Jones. I'm just gonna say Miss Jones. Miss Jones, can you put this exhibit 123 on the screen, please? And it was a text message. And that's where the text message read, oh, Diddy, hi, Diddy, blah, blah. My grandmother passed away. I made a plane ticket. And then he was getting so pissed off. He was getting so livid. He was like, didn't you just want to get some of that Me Too money? And the whole courtroom was laughing. They were like, oh, Brian Steele, he is going in. He is setting her soul on fire. He was so upset because he was like basically like, B, you're lying. You lied and testified and said you had to beg Diddy. And here's a text message that we have right here. This is black and white. This is the evidence that we have where you said you made a plane ticket. You called, you scheduled you a plane. You bought you a plane ticket to go to your grandma's funeral. And here you are lying and saying that you had to beg Diddy to go to your grandma's funeral. Because when she said that last week, I was like, oh my God, we know he's a monster. I'm not saying he ain't. I was like, that is low down. How are you going to have somebody beg to go to their own grandma's funeral? I was like, Diddy is a monster. This is demonic. But when I seen the text message, I'm like, well, where did she have to beg at? There is no evidence and proof. There's no evidence and proof that she had to beg him. I was like, this girl is, I was like, oh my God. But y'all, so it says Bungalow sued. Okay, so yeah, so she was basically a rug mule too, right? So Bungalow said she was testifying because she was subpoenaed to court. The feds was like, come on in here. Come on in, baby. You gonna be in line too to testify. You gonna sit on the stand and you gonna sing like a songbird because we want to hear what's going on, right? So it says because the authorities, she was subpoenaed because by the authorities, and that she was granted immunity, so prosecutors would not be able to charge her with any crime she laid out on the witness stand. It says she is the third witness to be granted immunity as prosecutors tried to secure a guilty verdict against a man who was once the leading tastemakers leading tastemakers in the world of music and fashion. Combs' former personal assistant George Kaplan and the hotel security guard Eddie Garcia were similarly granted immunity before they walked into the Manhattan courtroom. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was going down. It was going down. I was like, oh my God. Diddy says they need to find those security guards and others that was with him when they when we can crack this, then we can crack this case. Yeah, you guys, it was crazy. Can y'all imagine you're a security guard at a company and then, you know, somebody, KK was calling up there to the hotel. Can I see the video? Can I talk to the security guard? I need to, yes, security guard, yeah, Garcia. Can I see a copy of the tape? Diddy was really drunk and we need to see how bad the tape was. And Garcia was like, oh man, that tape is really bad. That tape is awful, right? That tape is awful. So KK was like, oh, please, we need to see this tape. And I was like, oh, that tape must thinking, you know, we already seen the tape, but I'm just kind of like going back. And I was like, man, the way that she was saying it, it was like that tape has to be really, really bad. Of course, we already seen the tape, right? But the way she was begging for it, y'all, she begged so hard to where she got his personal cell phone number. She got Garcia's personal cell phone number and was begging him to give a copy of that surveillance to him. And then they cut the deal. They said, okay, how much you gonna sell the deal? Was like, I'll give you 50,000. So they were like, okay, 50,000. I'll take 50,000. 50,000, okay. And y'all, I was like, wow, $50,000, okay. But the way that it went down. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Phyllis says, lounge. I did not say shut up. My grandson was trying to be funny. I am sorry. You know I love you. Oh, no, it's no worries, Phyllis. I know I got you, boo. But no, it was crazy because I'm telling you, when Garcia went to go make the sale, the transactional sale for the USB, right? Diddy gave him the directions like, okay, come over here, meet me at this, high-rise building or whatever. And when you come in, there's going to be a security guard that's going to meet you, right? So, oh my God. Tammy, can you get rid of that, please? Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Yeah, just go ahead and send him to the block party because this is the wrong chat, baby. But when he went over there and went to the high rise, the security guard met him downstairs. They went upstairs. He turned over the USB to Diddy. Diddy went in the room, and then Diddy came back out, right? Diddy came back out. He had a brown paper sack bag, and he had this little money counter, and he was like, he had the bank of Diddy was right there in his apartment. Diddy had a whole bank in his apartment, you guys, in his condo or whatever he lived in. He had a whole bank. So he just went to the second bedroom, went and got the money from Bank of Diddy. And then he came out with the bag and the counter and was counting $100,000 to give to Garcia. Y'all know, according to the law, you only are allowed to have, I think it's $10,000 on your person. Diddy had 100-something thousand. That's why yesterday, during the financial situation, Tammy says KK is Christina Quorum. Yeah, KK, Christina Quorum. Thanks, Tammy. When he went over there and counted that $100,000, that's why the feds were asking, well, did you guys y'all took cash transactions for y'all's business? And the CFO, which was Mr. Ferguson, Derek Ferguson, was Diddy's chief financial officer. He said, yeah, we would take cash. When people would pay them, sometimes they would pay in cash. And then they would annotate like, hey, we received cash, like incoming cash and an amount and stuff like that to bring it in. So I was like, who was paying all this cash money? Like, where did he get all this cash money from? But he said back then, that's how they would do it. They would pay a lot of the artists cash. So they would be getting cash money deposits or whatever, pretty much cash, being paid in cash. But I'm like, that's a lot. I'm like, that's a lot of money. Diddy had a whole bank in his apartment, y'all. He came out. Could y'all imagine going to somebody's house, not even the bank, and they got a whole money counter and they count $100,000 in front of you? $50,000 was for the USB. $30,000 was for Garcia, the one that went to actually make the transactional sale. And then $20,000 was for another employee that was helping them, set this up. And then the government was like, well, did you pay taxes on it? Did you deposit? He said, no, I ain't depositing no money in my account. I'm going to buy me a car. So that is probably going to be some kind of trouble that they get into, because y'all know Uncle Sam, he want to know where every penny is that you earned and that's supposed to be marching in your account. They want to know everything about your money, right? You got to have documentation, right? That's just what it is, right? So they're looking like, oh, so you got all this money. Diddy gave you all this money. You ain't paid no taxes on it or nothing. And you got some free money that Uncle Sam was unaware of. And that's a possible problem. Hey, War, how are you? That's a problem, right? That's a problem. So I'm like, okay, bank up Diddy, counting $100,000, y'all. I would have been scared too. I would have told my supervisor, I'm not going over there. Hey, Jazzy, how are you? Shakara, hello, how are you? I would have told my supervisor, I'm not going over to Diddy's house by myself. I would have been scared that he would probably clap my cheeks, that he would probably kidnap me or something. In the transaction went smooth. Queen Shay, hey, how are you? But he was like, Diddy told him, man, I'm gonna take care of you. If y'all need anything, that's why Diddy gave them an extra $50,000 for the other two guys to split. And then Garcia, he called him back like 2 years later after the transactional sale, and he was like, hey, Diddy, I was just calling. No, he sent him a message. He sent him a message on Instagram, I believe, but Diddy never responded. So he sent him a message, hey, I was just checking in with you, Diddy, see if you had any, job opportunities or whatever. But Diddy never responded. But on Bungalow, so it says Bungalow recounts Combs allegedly attacking her. It says Bungalow testified that the violent episode happened in September 2016 when she stayed overnight with his ex-girlfriend Ventura at Ventura's apartment. She told the jury that Combs began knocking on the door loudly, like knocking. Hey, like knocking like the police, like the feds do, right? And demanded to be let into the apartment, prompting Bungalow to hide her girlfriend in the bathroom. Wow. So it says, hold on. To hide her girlfriend in the bathroom. So it says, I didn't want to expose her to the things that I seen, she testified. Then Bungalow testified she went to the balcony to act casual, smoking a blunt, when Combs came from behind and tried to lift her over the railing. This is where she's saying at the time that Diddy hung her over the balcony. It says, he lifted me and then had me on top of the rail, Bungalow said, for a split second. I was thinking I was going to fall, but the most important part, he was yelling at me, so I was trying to answer him. I was like, wow. Tammy says they mentioned only Ray J today, Jazzy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, okay, he held her over the balcony. Bungalow says she was held up for about 15 seconds as Combs repeatedly shouted, you know what the F you did? Wow. Sitting here today, do you have any idea what he was talking about? Prosecutor Madison Smearner asked. Still have no idea. This is what she responded. She said, I still have no idea. She testified softly about the incident, occasionally using her hands to demonstrate where Combs grabbed her. Bungalow told the jury that Combs then threw her into a coffee table on the balcony before Ventura intervened to stop the attack. She said she quickly left the apartment after the alleged attack and later noticed the extent of her injuries. Now, some of these injuries is crazy, right? I'm telling you, I was like, these jokers, y'all, they know how to play things when they want to, right? Like that selective hearing people have. They want to hear what they want to hear when they want to hear, right? But they want to pull out their little card when they want to pull out their little card, right? It says, I was shaking a lot and I then wanted to take a shower because I felt so sick. She testified, adding that she noticed a large purple bruise on her leg with a small puncture wound in the middle of it. Jurors saw a photo of the bruise as well as other photos of her bandaged back. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Hey, Bronze, how are you? D-Dot says, I bet the security guards was there when that happened. Probably so, D-Dot. I'm telling you, these girls right here, I'm telling you, they almost deserve a little bit of an Oscar, maybe, the way that they like, performing like Michael Jackson on the stage. I'm just saying, they're victims of something, but victims of what they're saying they're victims of, y'all, I'm telling you, it's just not adding up. Per the evidence, we got to stick to the evidence, right? Bungalow testified that I spoke with Combs days after the attack, allegedly telling him, I don't want any problems from you. She said she told the court she did not report the incident to authorities because she was too scared of Combs. Now, I can understand that, but why would you go back around if you know this joker held you over the balcony on the probably, I don't know, 17th floor, 16th floor or something, and you hanging over the balcony probably seeing traffic go by, people are walking, your life is flashing in front of your eyes. Why would you go back? Why would you go back days later? It says right here, she went back days later and never even reported it. That's kind of suspicious to me. I have nightmares. I have a lot of paranoia, and I used to scream a lot in my sleep sometimes. Bungalow told the jury about the last effects of the alleged attack. Now, we know that she was on them rugs, y'all. Now, rug addicts who have had rug problems, is this a sign of her rug problem? The paranoia, the nightmares, the screaming and all kind of stuff? And this is what I'm saying. These people are trying to insinuate certain things, but really and truly, this is other stuff that is happening to them, right? C. Smitty said liars. I'm telling you guys, these people are, I'm telling you, these women are savages. We know Diddy, he was a whole savage. But they're a little bit a savage. They got a little bit of savage in them too, because they got in Cassie and Bungalow, they got together and they were plotting. They were like, we're going to say that this happened. They got together and collaborated on a story. And I was like, these jokers. Yes, Keisha, they was plotting. They was setting it all up. They were setting the play up. And like I said, Cassie, she's a victim to a certain extent because, yes, Diddy, he beat the brakes off of her, did he not? Diddy beat the brakes off of her, off of everybody that he could beat the brakes off of. And he did what he wanted to do. But y'all, in this wrong. Diddy's a savage, right? He's a monster. But these girls are little savages too now. Let's not be for real. Let's be for real. Let's not even fake the funk about their part in all of this too, right? And nobody deserves to be treated like that. I'm not saying that they are victims of something, but what they're saying that they're victims of during survival is just not happening. It's not adding up. 2 and 2 is not equaling 4. My baby says, true story, laughing out loud. Yes. Hey, loving myself. Hey, Shine Love. Welcome. D-Dot says, right lounge. Yes. I'm telling you, y'all, these women is savages. And don't think that they ain't got no game, because Cassie had some game too. Remember Cassie was with this what's his name? The first guy she was with before she got with Diddy? Remember? And then she kind of hopped on that train. Then she was hopping on this train, hopping on that. So Cassie had a little bit of game in her too. Let's not be, let's not keep the wool, because the wool was over my eyes. I was like, oh, Cassie. And then as the trial has gone on, I'm like, she was a co-conspirator. That's why I believe they gave Cassie immunity too. She was doing a lot of stuff too. She was doing a lot of crazy stuff too. So it was crazy. My baby says they ain't no victims to me. Whatever they was victims of ain't got nothing to do with the Diddy Glover. They been crackheads. He was a mess, baby. Yes, but they were. They said and they testified on the stand. They were doing drugs even without Diddy, even before Diddy. So when they got with Diddy, they probably enhanced what they were doing. Smoking the green stuff, doing the white powder, the pink powder, the purple powder, the red powder, whatever they were doing, right? They was turned all the way up already. They just took it up a couple of notches because they know Diddy had a lot of money. And they went from being probably crackheads to being cokeheads, or vice versa, whichever one is the Hollywood, powder. They didn't got it, and they didn't went from the ghetto drug to the Hollywood drug, right? One love says more powder, more powder. Yeah, more powder, more powder. Pile it up, pile it up. Look, line it up, line it up. We line them, but hold on. We give you 4 lines. No, put it. We need 6 lines. I'm telling you, they were going up. Hey, Laura Lee, welcome. I'm telling you, it is crazy. It is crazy. I'm like, oh my God, these people, these women, y'all, they were vicious too. Now, let's be for real. I mean, they were savages too. And I feel like this. And y'all, I may be wrong for this. And I may, this is just my opinion. I feel like Cassie was a little bit of a setup too, for what Diddy wanted. He was having people, remember, going recruiting for the freak offs. Remember, they said allegedly they were having, other people, besides Cassie, recruiting for the freak offs, getting these mandingo, they had to be, hung well endowed before Diddy was wanting to approve them, because, Diddy was like, oh, we not getting nobody with no little itty bitty Diddy committee. I already got that problem. I want somebody with a mandingo. I want somebody with a whole anaconda to be clapping your cheeks, Cassie, right? So Cassie was recruiting for him in that aspect, right? And then on top of that, she had begged this girl, Bryanna. She begged Bryanna to meet Diddy because she was saying she didn't meet Diddy right away. Cassie begged her, hey, Bryanna, I really want you to meet Diddy. Bryanna, I really want you to meet Diddy. I want you to meet Diddy. Please come and meet Diddy. Like, would you guys, if the women and the men in the building, would y'all want your friend? Would y'all beg y'all friend to meet y'all's narcissistic spouse? Oh, absolutely not. I'd be like, oh, well, girl, when am I going to meet your man? They probably be thinking like, I ain't got one, but no, I don't want, if this a narcissist, I don't want nobody to meet him because he's a terrible demonic entity. But she was begging, come on, Bryanna, please, I want you to meet Diddy. I want you to meet Diddy, because she said she didn't meet him right away. So that is kind of crazy. And that's a sign of Cassie kind of working and recruiting. I think a little bit to a certain extent. Like, why did you beg her to go meet Diddy? I ain't begging nobody to meet nobody. Not no friends, not no nothing. I'm not begging nobody to meet nobody. It is not that, it's not that important. But I feel like there was an agenda behind that, because there's no way you're begging for somebody to meet somebody else. Like, why are you begging me? I would be scared. Come on, the lounge. I just want you to meet this person. Like, why you want me to meet this person? Why is it such an emergency, like a urgency, a 911 emergency? Why do you want me to meet this person? It'll have me scared. I mean, that's just kind of weird, right? So it says, Bungalow describes witnessing other alleged violence between Combs and Ventura. It says, while the focus of Bungalow's testimony was the 2016 incident when she was allegedly injured by Combs. She also told the jury that she noticed Ventura's injuries from time to time while they were working together. Bungalow told jurors that Ventura FaceTimed her in December 2016 to show her black eye she suffered when Combs assaulted her in the Los Angeles hotel. Prosecutors have said that the incident was the one captured on the security video at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, Century City. It says, I was a little quiet. And I remember saying, I'm sorry, she told the jury. She also testified about a separate incident that said that when she said Combs stormed into Ventura's apartment in the middle of the night and threw a knife at her. Hearing that testimony, Combs shook his head and threw up his hands at the defense table. Now, Diddy was like, oh, no, absolutely not. And y'all know Diddy looks like Papa Smurf. He looks like a Santa Claus that stole Christmas like 40 years ago. I'm telling you, he looks gray. He looks like he's 70 years old. No lie, no joke. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying, them 10 months he been at the MDC, he has already gained 20 years of life on his looks. I'm just saying. He got some type of weird MDC haircut. I guess it's like China where you want the number 1, 2, or 3 haircut. You know, in China, they can only, I think it's in North Korea, they only can get like a certain haircut. You can't just get any kind of, hey, cut my hair, yeah, hook me up, fade me up. No, you can get the number 1, number 2, or number 3. And I think that's how it's running in the MDC. Because when I seen his hair, I was like, he even got the Papa Smurf haircut. And then he's rolling his head like this, like he don't even care. And y'all know Diddy, hey, Teresa, how are you? Teresa said, you are so funny. I'll tell you, Teresa, Diddy looked like Papa Smurf, and he got the number 2 haircut at the MDC. His hair is about this big. It's all gray. And he was just, when he was over there yesterday, he was scratching his head. He didn't even care. He was like, this is crazy. I'm telling you, he was on edge yesterday, but he was engaged. But I'm just saying, he looks like Papa Smurf, and he looks 20 years older. Them 10 months turned into like 20 years. I'm just saying. It is crazy. But anyway, y'all, it says, I was a little quiet, and I remember saying, I'm sorry, she told the jury. She also testified about a separate incident when, okay, we read that already. It says, I just remember seeing the knife getting thrown in her direction. So I guess they were having a fight. They were having a knife fight. I guess that, you know how they think. I seen, like, my niece, she kind of introduced me to this. I didn't go or anything. But y'all, I didn't know that people like to throw axes. I was like, throw axes? She's like, yeah, me and my friends went to go throw axes. It's like some kind of sports, like throwing darts or something. I was like, oh, no, I'm not being in the vicinity of no axe being thrown nowhere. Absolutely not. And I don't know. No. They were throwing knives. It says, I just remember seeing a knife getting thrown in the direction. Like, what in the world? I'm telling you, when they said that, the knife, they were throwing knives or whatever, that's what it reminded me of, my niece going to throw axes. Have y'all ever heard of axe throwing or something? I've never heard of it until my niece said something about it, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that at all. You will not get me in the vicinity, nowhere where an axe is being thrown. Oh, absolutely not. Teresa says, whoa, what in the world of facts? No way throwing knives. Yes, they were throwing knives, y'all. They was in the medieval times. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Teresa says, never heard of that one. Yeah, me either, until my niece told me. I was like, these children, they be doing some weird stuff, right? I was like, I ain't never heard of no axe throwing, but it was crazy. Laura Lee says, yes, I'm also at it. Oh, Laura Lee knows about the axe throwing. I didn't never know about no axe throwing, y'all. I was like, where they do that at? Because I ain't never heard of that before. But y'all, you know, these kids with these friends and stuff like that, they be coming up with all kind of stuff. You be like, what is that? Axe throwing? Where they do that? I ain't never heard of no axe throwing. I don't know. Y'all young children, I don't know. Maybe it's a country thing. I don't know. But it was crazy, right? So anyway, it says, Dida says, playing target practice. Yeah, that's what they were doing. The knife was getting thrown in her direction. I was like, these jokers, I'm telling you, They is off the chain, right? So it says prosecutor entered 10 Rex videos into evidence. Oh my goodness. It says jurors began this morning by rewatching the CCTV video showing Combs assaulting Ventura in the hallway of the Los Angeles hotel in 2016. Defense lawyers have acknowledged the video shows Combs grabbing Combs engaging in domestic violence, but argued his actions, however, abhorrent, do not amount to racketeering, conspiracy, Rex trafficking. Y'all, why do y'all think that they are showing this video 11 times? We done seen the video like every time you come, they are always showing this video. Oh, Mr. Cool, thank you for the sub. Welcome in as a lounger, your official lounger. Welcome in. Why do y'all think they keep on showing this video, you guys? Why do y'all think that, when you watch something, it's like you get immune to it? It's like they keep on showing this video and they keep on talking about this video. And I'm like, what is the purpose of it? And I think it's like, to kind of like when you watch something like so many times, you're like, okay, this is boring. I don't want to watch it no more. So I'm thinking that that's what the defense is like kind of like leaning towards, because they're always showing and talking about this video. Let's see. I feel like I got something in my eye. So it says jurors began this morning watching the video. Defense lawyers have acknowledged that the video shows Combs engaging in domestic violence, but argued his actions, however aberrant, but do not amount to the racketeering. It says, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuse. Remember, this is his apology video. My behavior on that video is inexcusable, Combs said in a video posted on social media after the video was first aired on CNN. Because remember, Diddy was saying, I ain't did nothing to nobody. I ain't did nothing. We already know Diddy was lying and the truth wasn't in him. And it still ain't in him for a whole lot of stuff, right? Because we trying to figure out what about Kim Porter, Biggie, Tupac, all these other people that allegedly was, at the hands of his goons that are no longer, here with us, right? We are trying to figure out what happened to them, right? But anyway, we need to be worried. We need to find, out about that too, Diddy. Are you going to face the music on that? I wonder, right? It says the video has served as a key piece of evidence in the prosecution's case against Combs and was first shown to the jury in the first week of the trial testimony. And they're still showing the video. So it's like, why are they continuing to show the video? But anyway, it says it has replayed during the testimony of 3 witnesses. Garcia testified on Tuesday that Combs paid him $100,000 in cash to purchase what he thought was the only copy of the video in an attempt to prevent it from ever seeing the light of day to ensure his silence. We was trying to wonder out, hey, Ashlyn, welcome. We was trying to figure out what they did not tell us in court that at least wasn't clear to me. How did this get out to like the news outlet? We don't know. Only thing that I was thinking was this disc at Diddy's house. But then it's like, if it was at Diddy's house, how did CNN get the video and was able to post it? I was wondering. I was like, there had to be an extra copy or something somewhere happened. So it, for it to land on CNN, right? So it says prosecutors called forensic analysis Frank Piazza to the stand on Wednesday to tell jurors that the video appeared to him to be unaltered from its original form. Because remember, they were saying, oh, it's been altered, it's been touched, it's been tampered with. Somebody came in and made this. And they were talking about speeding up. When I was there on Monday and Tuesday, they were talking about that video, about they need to see it. It's been sped up, it's been slowed down, and all this stuff about this video, right? So I'm like, I'm still trying to grasp the concept of that, because this video is like the center of this whole thing, I feel at times. But it says he walked the jury through specific frames of the video shot, narrating the moments when Combs throws Ventura on the ground and tries to throw a vase at her. He confirmed the video is evidence. He confirmed the videos and evidence were authentic. So he was saying that, okay, there's the videos haven't been tampered with. They haven't been altered, right? So it's crazy. It says there are no abnormalities going on in the file to indicate it had been manually altered. He testified about the videos, which defense attorneys unsuccessfully fought to keep out of the trial. Piazza said he reviewed, wow, 10 Rex videos admitted into evidence under seal after they were extracted from one of Ventura's devices. So Cassie, was she recording the sessions, or maybe Diddy was recording her clapping the men's cheeks? Y'all, when is Jonathan Audie? Is he gonna come, and is he going to be one of the witnesses? I don't know. I don't know. Huh. It says he said he enhanced the audio on a sexually explicit video. They wanted to hear it all. They like, we need to figure out how to pump this volume up because we want to hear everything. Who's baby in the background? They want to hear everything that's in that recorded video. It says, which purportedly show freak-offs. Oh, they were the freak-offs that are sealed from the public view in part to protect the alleged victims in the case. Now, they are saying at court on Monday or Tuesday morning. I can't remember which morning it was. I think it was yesterday morning. They were talking and they were saying that they didn't want these videos to be shown to the public. They were saying that they were wanting the screens. Matter of fact, I think they wanted to have like a binder, because they were showing binders and pictures. So I think they were trying to show like binders, like maybe like still pictures of like certain things that they're going to talk about in during court, I guess, whenever they get to that point. But they didn't want the public to see this. Teresa says, I swear, Joy, that's some crazy mess. So what do you think about Bona? Was it helping Diddy or hurting him? What do you feel? I am not sure why they keep on showing the video. Yeah, me either, Teresa. I was wondering. I was like, what is the purpose of them showing this video? It says right here they showed the video 3 times already since the trial started to 3 different when 3 different witnesses were testifying. So I'm like, what is this symbolizing? Are they trying to just keep on showing that Diddy, how disgusting he was, how much of a horrible narcissistic like monster he was, like doing this to Cassie? Are they trying to keep that fresh in the mind, like, oh, y'all see this video, y'all see how nasty he was, you see that he beat Cassie, you see he threw the base at her? I'm wondering if that's what the symbolization is with that. Now with Bona, oh no, the defense, they were basically saying that Bona is a lie, that she is lying about being held over the balcony. He grabbed her tatas. Like her story is like it's not storying. So that's what I'm thinking with Bona. They are saying that she's lying, just like with Mia. I'm telling you, when I seen that for myself, Teresa, and I seen Steele when he had her on the stand and he was setting her soul on fire on the stand in front of everybody. Oh, still he was mad because he was like, this heifer is lying. You testified on last week and said that Diddy, that you had to beg Diddy, and then here's this text message he was showing the proof. So I think that with Mia, she's a victim of something, but not of what she's saying it is according to the case, right? And also Bona, she's not a victim either, because they were also saying earlier when I was listening, they were saying that Bona and Cassie was setting stuff up. Even I think Cassie was asking Bona, hey, can I put you in the lawsuit? Like, it's a whole setup and a whole play. So with Bona, I think she's not telling the truth. She's not being all the way, truthful. And Mia, oh, definitely not. Mia was a side chick. She was in love with Diddy, and she didn't want Cassie to know that she had a relationship with Diddy. So I think that's the symbolization for that. Teresa says, oh, wow, this is so terrible. Okay, Lord have mercy. This is awful. Yeah, it is awful. I'm telling you, Teresa, it makes me think now. It changes the dynamic of me actually being there and seeing this. And we know that Diddy is a horrible monster, right? I'm not sticking up for Diddy at all. He did so many people dirty, and this is his karma, right? Even though some of these people are lying on him, but you know what? that he kind of bought it on himself too, right? When you do horrible things, some people are going to stir the pot. They're going to jump in there and say he did this, yeah, he didn't did that. But that is what comes with that territory. I mean, let's just be for real, right? Tammy says if Diddy's lawyers was so confident, they wouldn't use words like appeal or mistrial. They already know he's done. Oh, yes, Tammy, he's done. That's why I said some of these people are lying, right? But at the same time, Diddy knows that he did some crazy stuff, right? They're going to get him on some of these charges. So he's not walking free, right? But some of the things that they are saying, these women, I believe is, well, I'm not saying I believe, it's a flat out lie, because I seen the evidence in court on Monday. And when I seen that with Mia, I was like, oh my God, because I was rooting for all of the victims. I was like, oh, Diddy is a monster, which he is. He still is. I'm not changing my thought on that. But when they were coming and saying what he was doing, but like I said, Diddy bought it on himself, right? We know that when you have a man like that who has a lot of money, and people will lie and say whatever for clout or to get money, whatever, that's just what it is. Teresa says facts. Yes, yes, he did do them dirty. Yes, Teresa, he did all of them jokers dirty. He did all of them dirty, right? Tammy says it doesn't impact him getting free. Oh, no, absolutely not, Tammy. He going down. He is going to be under the jail cell, the prison cell, whichever one they assign him to, because we know R. Kelly is in New York, and hopefully they won't put them two in there, because they might be boyfriend, girlfriend, and maybe eventually get married. And I don't know who may take whose last name. Would Diddy take R. Kelly's last name, or would R. Kelly take Diddy's last name? I don't know. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't know. But it will be a whole situation if they put them over there in the federal prison in New York with Diddy. I'm just saying, y'all. But he's going down. He is going to be serving a lot of time. He already looks like Papa's Smurf, the Santa Claus who stole Christmas 40 years ago. I'm just saying, y'all. He looks a hot mess. But whenever you do people dirty like that, you was over there, you was on top of the world. And that's why I say people have to be careful. Like, I am like I am a very humble person, right? Yeah, I got a nice house, I got a nice car, I got this, I got that. But I don't brag about it, right? Because just like God gave me this beautiful brand new house I got, gave me my car, gave me this, gave me that, he could snatch it and take it away. Look at Diddy. Diddy had a plane. He had mansions, houses, and everything like that. And in a snap of a second, the feds could take it away. So sometimes you cannot be acting like you are God's gift, like you better than other people. I don't never, ever, 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 ever act like I'm better than the next person. You will never get that out of me. I don't think I'm better than nobody. And I won't treat nobody like I'm better, I'm above them, because as soon as you start acting like that, God will come in there and he will snatch that, whatever it is, the house, the car, your job that you think that you on top of the world balling, he'll take it away. And I'm just being for real, right? So people have to be careful, because Diddy thought he was on top of the world, which he was. And look at him now, right? Tammy says he probably committed more crimes than the deep population. Yes, we know. Yes, during survival, Tabby. Yes, we know he is a mess. We know he did all kinds of disgusting things to people. When a man slaps his own mammy in the face, that tells you a lot right there. That tells you that he is a whole savage, a whole savage, and he was impregnating these girls, and they ain't put no marriage paper on none of them at all. He was just laying pipe, laying seeds everywhere, having these kids, collecting people kids, and then doing what he wanted to do. He holds no allegiance to nobody. And he thought he was on top of the world. He thought he was better. That's why I said people got to be careful. When you think you all that, you got this, you got these nice cars, you got all this nice furniture, you got these nice houses, mansions, you got these nice clothes, you got the nice jewelry. In a matter of this, it can be taken away. That's why I don't be bragging and trying to be acting like I'm better than nobody at all. I don't act like that. Everybody that knows me personally can tell you I am one of the most humblest people. You would never, ever see me bragging about this. I got that. Oh, I got $1 million. I got this. I got that. You would never, ever hear me bragging about that. Because just like I got it, God can take it away, right? I'm very humble. I will never, and no matter where I'm at. If I be on top of the world tomorrow and be in Hollywood on the mountaintop and everybody knows my name, I'm still going to be and act the same way. I'm not going to act no better. Hey, Lulu, welcome. Welcome. Angel says, oh, hey, Angel Mom, welcome. Tammy says, now it makes sense that Ray J supplied Whitney. Hopefully they getting looked into. Yes, I hope so, Tammy, because they was like, we heard them rumors. Y'all know we heard them rumors that Ray J was, the one that, allegedly, gave Whitney that, come to Jesus no longer on this earth with us rugs, right? And now they're saying his name's coming up in this case. I'm telling you. Jazzy says, yes, Tammy, he was behind. Yes, he was. He sure was, right? He was. I was like, oh my goodness. Hi, Legend. How are you? Welcome. He sure was. D-Dot says, put Ray Gay on the stand. He needs to be questioned. He sure does. We need to get some questions out of him. Because what was Suge Knight talking about the other day about Ray J? Wasn't he talking about Ray J and Diddy go together? Didn't he put Ray J on Front Street, put him on blast, and say, oh, Ray J and Diddy go together? So Ray J was only following his boo thing's command. Give Cassie some rugs. Cassie needs some rugs. Okay, Diddy, okay. How much do you want? I mean, how much, what kind? You want the pink stuff, the purple powder, the white powder? She, just hurry up, fill her up. So Ray J's name came. So the feds may be coming to knock on that door. Y'all know Kid Cudi had to be subpoenaed. So don't be surprised if the feds say, Ray J, it's your turn. We need you over here on the stand, and don't bring your what's it called? His gay agency. We don't bring the gay agency. We just need you. We don't need you and your gay agency, your backup plan, to be over here on the stand singing like songbirds. Only you, Ray J. He gonna be in trouble. He gonna have to answer some questions, right? Teresa says Suge Knight put Ray J on blast big time. Yes, he did. And then Ray J, he tried to go talk about, oh, yeah, Suge Knight, oh, he was clapping cheeks, too. He was ordering Butters a parquet and sticking up the man's badonkadonk, their dookie shoe, and talking about, I was like, oh, my goodness. Ray J, were you a part of the parquet going up the dookie shoe? Were you on the receiving end of that? Because you over here snitching and telling, singing like a songbird on what Suge Knight was doing. But is it true that you and Diddy was boyfriend and boyfriend? And we don't know who was going to take each other's last name. Because we know Diddy wasn't marrying no women, but was he going to marry Ray J or R. Kelly and probably, take their name? I don't know. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Teresa says, won't that nasty exactly do parquet? I'm telling you, when he said that, I was like, what in the Waka Flocka Flame? Oh, my God. Butter up the badonkadonk? Oh, my God. Really? I was like, ew. D-Dot says Ray J might show up to court with the white nails until, oh, Lord. D-Dot, you was a mess. They be like, can Ray J come to the stand? He come there with the T-Moo wig and with his white nails on. They be like, Ray J, where's Ray J at? Oh, Your Honor, I'm right here. Oh, I'm right here. Oh, today I miss Ray J. Oh my God, y'all, that would be hilarious. Oh, I'm just coming undercover. Yeah, I'm coming undercover. Y'all, it would be hilarious. It would be hilarious, right? Tammy says that Marley, if it was just about a freak off, they would have made yeah, you're right. Yes. Yes. And that's the thing. That is a thing. The reason why they didn't make bail, because I'm telling you, there's some stuff that we probably don't know that's more intense and more in depth. That's why they did not give him bail. Because y'all, come on, if he did have a freak off, why ain't they and if it was just like a domestic violence, they would have probably gave him bail for that. But it's way deeper. They know Diddy's a monster. They're like, you ain't about to be terrorizing our New York streets, right? But y'all, whatever happened to Diddy's house in New York? Remember they said at first they were reporting that all three of the mansions were were what's it called? When the feds went in there, all three of them were. But then they said, oh no, the only ones that the feds went to was the one in New York and the one in Miami. I'm like, I mean, one in California and the one in Miami. I'm like, where is his mansion in New York? Why was he at a hotel the night before the feds came and apprehended him? Yeah, raided. Thank you, Bernice. Thank you. Why is it Chinese? Stop it. Oh my God. Chinese is a mess. Okay, Chinese. Well, we talking about your boss, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, you can go to the block party or you can just remove yourself, right? Tammy says he had a freak off kit in that hotel. Yes, Tammy. He was prepared for the freak. Y'all, I'm telling you, there is something wrong with this man. He was freaking off up until the day that the feds had to come and get him. Oh, they already knew. Diddy was in there about to have a whole, and why did he have the Obama pills? Them Obama pills, Obama even came up. I was like, oh my God, Teresa said, I forgot about that. Yes. Why in the world did he have the Obama E-pills or whatever? I was like, this Joker, he is something else. I'm telling you, Diddy was a mess. He had the money. I think it was like $8,000 or $9,000 cash. He had the Astroglide, the baby oil in the bathtub. I'm telling you, he was about to have a clapping cheek session before he went to the MDC. I'm like, Diddy, no, why didn't you go ahead and just wait till you get to the MDC? I mean, I don't know, maybe they'll give you some lotion, maybe not the Astroglide and the baby oil, right? But they may be able to give you some Jergens lotion or some Irish Spring soap or something like that. I don't know. And then you ain't going to be able to pay them in cash. You can maybe pay them with a honey bun or maybe a Snickers bar or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Or maybe the Snickers bar can be used as a weapon. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. But all I'm saying is Diddy was crazy for being caught in the hotel with all the freak off gear. I was like, this Joker, I don't know, you guys. It is a whole nother name to what Diddy has a problem with. I mean, he is a freak off. I mean, did his itty bitty Diddy committee ever get tired? Did it ever put in some paperwork and said, hey, Diddy, I need to take a leave of absence. I need to take a leave of absence. I'm a little tired. I've been overworked and underpaid. I'm telling you, his itty bitty Diddy committee should have put a leave of absence in for a couple of years because Diddy has been doing all this freaking off. I mean, choking his chicken. His little itty bitty Tootsie Roll is probably tired. I'm like, Diddy can't stop, won't stop with that too? I mean, that is crazy. That is like a mental condition, like a Rex addict or something. It's like a whole nother name. We need to have some psychologists and some doctors sit around the table. We need to have a meeting about this. But there has to be another word that they're going to have to put in the dictionary. And they're going to have to make sure that they reference Diddy's name because I've never seen a person that is so strung out on using the itty bitty Diddy committee 24/7 and having freak offs for days. I'm like, Diddy, are you ever tired? Like, are you ever tired? Like where you be like, I'm just gonna be a reborn again virgin. I'm not gonna be doing no Rex, no clapping cheeks. I'm gonna take a whole a freak off sabbatical. I'm gonna take a freak off sabbatical for about 6 months or something. He kept on going. I was like, that Joker is crazy. This is like some kind of condition. I don't know what it's called, y'all. We're going to have to come up with this condition. We're going to have a meeting. We're going to have to bring our coffee, our laptops. We're going to have to do some research because we're going to have to put a whole new name on this condition that Diddy has because he could not stop freaking off. He never let his itty bitty Diddy committee have a break. And this is crazy because I'm like, this don't make no sense. Teresa says, laughing out loud, Lord, itty bitty Diddy committee. He does need another name for that. I'm telling you. Tammy says, sitting in that courtroom without a mask gotta be stone cold survival. Oh yes. Now, Tammy, when I was in the courtroom and I'm like, all of these people in here, I'm looking, because I was on the left pew. They like church pews. You know how you was raised up, when we were raised up when we were young, you got the wooden church pews. That's what, what we were sitting on, of course, in the court. The wooden, the brown, the regular, like, I call it doodle brown, like, church pews we sitting, and I'm looking to the left, looking to the right, and then looking a little bit to the left where, people, and I'm like, all of Diddy's business is out there. How he likes to let Cassie freak off with these dudes and go get the man juice of that man out of Cassie and put it on his, his tatas. I was like, hey, and Williams, welcome. I was like, this is nasty. I would be, y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all would be embarrassed of everybody in the whole world knowing what you do behind closed doors. Y'all, I would be embarrassed. I would be like this. Every time somebody comes in, I would be like, oh my God, they knew I was doing this. Oh my God, they knew I liked doing it. I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed that everybody knows how freaky and nasty and disgusting you are behind closed doors. That is embarrassing. But Diddy, he didn't care. He didn't care. But he's embarrassed now. I can tell he looked like he embarrassed. And he has to face the music. And I'm glad. I'm glad he got to face the music, because I'm saying he hurt a whole lot of people. He hurt so many people along the years, y'all. It's sad and it's terrible. It is sad and terrible. And I hope and pray that Quincy will see the light. And if Diddy did do something, I hope it really actually comes out to where it's not like, something that we can't say that we can't, because right now we can't confirm or deny. They're just saying from what information I got, that allegedly that Diddy was tampering with them. Hey, Hassan, Tamir Show, welcome in, welcome. And I'm just saying, if he did, I hope it comes out. I hope it comes out. Laura Lee says, if I was a Jew with a widow, I'll be tight. Oh, Lord. Teresa says, yes. He has hurt so many people lounge. Yes, he has. Yes. He has been disgusting. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Jose, welcome. He says, Scooby-Doo did not prepare us for this monster. Yes, I'm telling you. Oh, my God. Hello says, we're the homeless guy with face tattoos. He smuggles and rides a scooter. We should help him. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm telling you, yes, Don says this is some sick stuff. Yes, when I say, y'all, it has my mind thinking about this in a different manner, a different mindset. I'm like, this is crazy. This is really crazy. But I guess maybe the feds, they only could bring him in on these certain charges. But I'm like, something's definitely gonna stick. Diddy's not gonna be walking. He's not walking out that courtroom. And even if it is a mistrial, him not going nowhere. Him not going nowhere no time soon. If he has a mistrial, do y'all know YMW Melly or whatever? Y'all know he's been in there for 7 years and had a mistrial, and he's still in jail. They ain't letting him out, but because he was, in there for unaliving allegedly his 2 friends, right? So Diddy, they got him on a RICO, and he ain't coming out, even if it's a mistrial. He's not coming out because he wasn't given bail or bond when he was, when he applied for it. So I'm wondering if it's going to be in the last week, because I think next week is the last week or the week after that. Like, it's actually coming down to like crunch time now. So I'm thinking, oh, thank you, Lulu. And y'all, if you guys are not following Lulu and all of my mods, please follow them. Hit the subscribe button. Check them out. And y'all subscribe and, to everybody else's channel on here. It takes a village, y'all. It takes a village, y'all. It takes a village to live this life. So y'all, co-mingle and like each other's page, subscribe to other people's pages on here. Bruce says innocent until proven guilty. Yes, he is innocent. Everybody, he's innocent until proven guilty, right? Respectfully so, but we know that Joker is nowhere near innocent. He may be innocent for some of this stuff that these women are alleging, the ones that are lying, because I believe they are. They're victims of something, but they're not victims of what they're saying. And like I said, especially Mia, that one sits out to me the most, right? Tammy said he is guilty. Yes, he is definitely guilty. He is definitely guilty. Lulu said, thanks. You're welcome, Lulu. You're welcome. He's definitely guilty. By no means is he an innocent person. He is a monster. And I don't know, I would say Stockholm Syndrome with Mia, but their relationship was not supposed to be a relationship. It was supposed to be I'm the boss and she, I'm the employee and Diddy's my boss. So when she's sitting there chasing Diddy, trying to go over there and tell him she wants to see him, I want to see you, Diddy. I love you, Diddy. And she wasn't just saying I love. She was like, I love you, Diddy. Like 2 or 3 loves in the sentence. And I'm like, but I thought Diddy raped you. Like, you telling this man you love him and he took a part of you that you could never get back and he violated you? I was like, that's kind of weird and kind of suspect. I was like, oh, okay, she one of them type of ho Merry Christmases. She one of the ones that be trying to pull out the card on you when you least expect it. Oh, this ninja, you don't want to give me no money? Okay, I'm hollering and screaming, grape. That's how she is. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. Tammy says guilty. Yes. Oh, absolutely. He's definitely guilty. He's done a lot of horrible things. I mean, look at what he did to Cassie. I don't care if she was a participant in what, they were all doing. Nobody deserves to be treated like he treated her in that video. And I can imagine what he was doing behind closed doors, because he wasn't only just beating up Cassie like that. He was beating up everybody. Everybody was getting it. Wasn't nobody obsolete from the beatdown, right? Did he even smack Drake, right? Nobody is obsolete from the hands and feet. Like, nobody was obsolete. And nobody deserves, not even a dog deserves to be treated like that. Not even nobody, right? But when somebody lays some hands and feet on him, how is he going to feel? Because Diddy thought, like I said, he was up there. That's why when people get up here, and they act like they're all that. Oh, I got all this money. I got an airplane. I got these mansions. Oh, I got millions of dollars in my bank account. And now look at him. He has been at a point where it's about to be possibly all taken from him. Right? The feds, they're already talking about when he's guilty. Basically, they're taking everything. The federal forfeiture. So you can't be over there acting like you is all that and a bag of chips, right? Some Doritos, Ruffles, or whatever. And then think that nothing's going to happen to you when it comes crunch time with a situation like this. So Diddy, he brought on all of these problems to himself. Because y'all think about it. Like I've been saying, Diddy ain't had no friends come to save him. Where's all your friends at, Diddy? Where's all your friends at? They dirty too. Jay-Z, all of them. They all dirty. Jennifer, ho, Merry Christmas. Where you at? Ho, Merry Christmas, Jennifer. Where you at? Kim Kardashian, the whole rack of the whole ho rack. Where y'all at? Nowhere to be found. Because they dirty too. They are dirty. They are all dirty. And they got to be careful. Because what my mom always say, sometimes the taller you are, the harder you fall. And you got to be careful the way you treat people. That's why I don't care how high I get, how much money I got in the bank. I would never treat somebody like they're beneath me. I would not. I would not, just because I'm climbing this ladder, coming up, doing this, doing that. I would not act like somebody is dirt on the bottom of my shoe. I would not. I would not. I'm sorry. Love Myself said, Mama Kardashian, Jenner's next. Yes. The pack of ho 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 Merry Christmases need to all go down. They all dirty. Messing with Justin Bieber and all of that. Teresa says, "Wow, no friends to his rescue at all." No, we still trying to figure out where they at. They didn't change their phone numbers. They didn't block the MDC. So when Diddy's over there trying to call them, they're like, doo doo doo. The number you have reached is no longer in service. Please check the number and call. Try your call again. Diddy's like, I know I got. Look on the paper, you know, because he ain't got no cell phone. He probably was like, Justin, can y'all make sure? Can y'all give me Jay-Z's number? I just want to say, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yep, it is. Oh man, nobody answering. Y'all, them people is got out of Dodge. You hear me? Because not only because they're not wanting to support him, because they slates is dirty too. And they like, I'm not, no, I'm not coming to your rescue because I got dirt on my slate too. Ain't nobody gonna bring me to open shame because Diddy, they know what you was doing being in the bedroom. They know what you was doing in that bank account. They know that you're a freak, you're an abuser, you're an SA, a DV, or you all that and above. And they, no. We not trying to come close to you because we come close to you, they gonna start opening up the can of whoop, you know what, on us. And we don't need them problems, right? I'm telling you, Teresa says, girl, that's sad. No one. Exactly. Yes, no one. No one. What's that song with TLC? What about your friends? Are they going to say, are they going to stick around, stay around? No. His friends was running. They is gone. They is out there, even out the country. Tammy says, nobody close to Diddy is supporting him but his family. Yes, and they're falling apart too, Tammy. Like I said, I've heard that little Cisco is having doubts and wondering if Diddy did unalive Kim Porter. And then them girls, they ain't coming no more. Well, I know they had their prom or whatever, but they ain't came back to the trial. And the only one really supporting him every day pretty much is the mama. The sons, they weren't there yet. The only one, the curly head one, which is not even his son. It's one of the collectibles. Justin, one of the collectibles. And let me say this, y'all, because y'all know how I am about my mothering skills, right? I'm really anal about that, right? I am really anal. And to me, Misa, y'all, Misa, I'm like, you know that Diddy was doing all this nasty stuff. I think he done beat her up too. And then you allowed your son, I'm telling you, if I had a child, which I don't, none of my kids, you know, I ain't got no baby daddies, but if I had a child and the child was sitting there and the only child I have, and I'm in a relationship with Diddy, I found out he's abusive, he's crazy, this, that, and the third, I would not be trying to attach my son to that demonic entity. Like my mom always said, every parent is not good for their child. And you still let your son act like he was, you know, being raised by Diddy, and you know he was a whole demonic entity? Like, what kind of mom are you? I would not. As soon as I pull myself out the relationship, me and my son too, don't you call me. Don't try to think you're going to be my daddy, my son's stepdaddy or nothing because you're a whole demonic entity. What are you showing him? You cannot lead my son. You're not no leader. You're a whole demonic entity. You're like the devil, right? So I'm like, I don't know what is wrong with these women. Like, this is crazy. And we know that Wolf is alleged to be his biological father because he looks just like him. But I would have been fine to me. I would, Dad, you're going to have to be the grandpa and probably a father figure for my son, right? Or somebody else, but not Diddy. And then she comes to the courthouse because she said, well, I want to support my son. Y'all, I'm telling you, I would have been and separated myself from him a long time ago. Justin is not your child. Yeah, you had him a few years, you know, was when we were together. But there's no way in my mind as a good mother that you think I would want my son to be attached to your demonic entity, your demonic tail. Oh, absolutely not. I want the best for my child, and being with you is the worst thing that can probably ever even happen to me. I would not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That makes a woman look bad. I don't care what nobody says. She looks bad as a woman. I'm sorry, because there's no way. You know that this is a demonic entity, and you trying to attach yourself, probably even for the money. I don't care. These women got life twisted. They know it's hard being a single parent, and then you're gonna sit there and try to attach yourself because of money reasons and purposes. No, I don't want nothing to do with you. You a demonic entity. I will go work at Walmart, Costco's, Jack in the Crack, McDonald's, a warehouse or whatever. I will work 11 jobs before I try to attach my son that's not biologically yours to you during a whole demonic entity and situation before I allow my son to even be in your life. No, I don't want you in my son's life. But y'all, I'm telling you, that's crazy. I don't respect nobody like that. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, because you are allowing your son to pick up bad behaviors, act crazy, act a fool, and you're learning nothing but bad behaviors. What has Diddy shown them across these years? To me, you only shown that you was a demonic entity. You know how to beat women up. You know how to steal people's money. You know how to do all these conniving things. Oh yeah, you're probably a good leader, but the bad outweighs the good. So I'm just saying, y'all, these women, they have life twisted all the way, right? There's no way I'm having my son that's not even yours, that you allegedly even unalived the father. This is what they're saying, allegedly, y'all. I'm just saying, this is my opinion, what I found out in research. That, he has something to do with unaliving, and that's probably why he took on being a father. But oh no, I would have got him another father. I would have found him another good father, somebody who's going to be good to him, teaching him the good things, having values and morals. Because Diddy, he ain't got none. Y'all know Janice, she ain't taught him nothing. She just taught him how to be a whole savage and how to be a freak-off dragon, right? I'm just saying. She only taught him how to be a freak-off dragon and how to, gallivant in them streets. That's all she has taught him. I mean, what else has she taught him? Because I ain't got not one good mothering information like anything that I've seen that she has done good for Diddy. Not maybe, and maybe send him to a Catholic school when he was little. I think that's probably maybe about it. I don't know. Let me see. Hassan says, check your email when you have time. Sent you a photo about Diddy. Maybe you've seen it but don't know. Anyway, check it out though. Okay, I'll check it out when I get off. Thank you. Teresa says, you know how pow people and hide details. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's no way. I'm sorry. Teresa says, that's right, Lounge. No way you would be my son. You are the straight up. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these moms, too, they know that their sons are the devil, demonic. They whipping on women and stuff like that. And then they don't say nothing to their son. They be like, oh, son. No. We not entertaining nobody in their wrong and their bad behaviors. No, I'm not praising them. No, absolutely. Oh, no, absolutely not. Tammy says, I heard that Quincy is sticking around for... Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, Tammy, I did hear that. He only wants to stick there for his sisters. And that is a good thing, because that is so... Oh, my God, that is so sad. That is so sad. Loving myself says, well, I'm tired. You guys have a blessed night. Good night. Loving myself. Thank you for coming in. Kai says, hey, Kai, I wonder where Sean's sister, where did she even come from? I'm trying to figure out, because they were saying that Diddy was the only child. So I'm like, where did this sister come from? Where did she come from? Was Janice collecting people's children too? Is that where Diddy learned the collecting the children behavior from? Because I'm like, I did not know Diddy had a sister. Did you guys know Diddy had a sister? They like, yeah, the sister then came to the courthouse, and I'm trying to figure out, where's the sister at? I mean, I didn't see anybody. Maybe she was in the, in there, but I didn't see her. Like, it was some Diddy's what's it called, public relations person or whatever that was with Janice the whole time. His mom, I don't know. Teresa says, Mom Janice taught him how to wear wigs and put polish on his nails, on his... Yes. Because did y'all see him with that wig, y'all? Did y'all see Diddy with that wig? Y'all, I was like, Janice, you know your Temu wigs be looking bad, and you done gave Diddy that bad looking wig. Now you need to go back to the Temu clearance rack and try again, baby, because you had your son even looking a hot mess just like you. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Teresa says, no, I didn't know about this, sister. Me either. I did not know. Tabby says disgusting. Yes, they are all disgusting in my eyes, y'all. They like, and you know what? I don't see like a family dynamic with the kids and Janice. Like I feel like she is just a freak off grandma that don't. She's the type of grandma that is like don't want to be bothered with no kids. She just wants to like maybe schedule her freak off mermaids to go make these appointments and spend the block on these corners. But she does not seem like no grandmother. Like a grandmother that age be in the kitchen with them girls, teaching them how to cook some oxtails, some yellow rice, maybe bake some brownies homemade, maybe clean some chitlins if they eat pork, because I don't eat pork. I'm not no pork eater. But cleaning the chitlins, maybe making, like I said, oxtails, yellow rice, maybe some smothered pork chops if they eat that, smothered pork chops, smothered chicken. No, I've never seen that in none of these pictures. The only thing I seen is Janice putting her hands on the floor and shaking her depends and her saggy depends and touching the floor with her hands. That's all I seen. No, in none of the pictures that at least I seen, and I'll look them up again. I'll go looking and searching, trying to look for a family like where they're having like a Christmas dinner or something. Everybody's dressed up, meal on the table. I don't see none of that. All I see is freak off and partying like a rock star. I'm just saying. Lulu says curry chicken. Oh, some curry chicken and yellow rice. That sounds good too. I love me some oxtails. I tear up some oxtails and yellow rice too. I love that. Tammy says she just want to touch the floor with her palms in the yes. That's what I'm saying. She's a freak off. She is a freak off grandma. She probably like, Diddy don't be bringing them kids over here and babysitting them kids. She probably got a raspy voice. It looked like she smoked. Like, she's one of them grandmas with the raspy voice and be going off on them kids. Like, get out of here. Don't be coming over here. Go back to your mama's house. Go back to your daddy. She sounds like that type of person. She looks like that type of person. Just straight ghetto and hood. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Janice is that just for her to be 200 and something years old and to have those long nails that I seen when she put her hair like this over there in the court yesterday. I'm telling you, those nails, they scared me. They were long and they were pointy. And I was like, this 80-year-old something, 100-something-year-old woman got these long, her nails, I promise you guys, I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't flying, right? Her nails were this long. No lie, no joke. And when she put them on her head, the nails was like this long. So when she put her up there, the nails were like that long. And then they were sharp. They were like the Dracula type. I don't like those type. Y'all see my nails. I keep my nails like short. Everybody's different, right? You got, women, but it's okay with the younger girls and they have the long nails, to each their own. But 80-year-old grandma, you would thought that the nails would be like, short, looking nice or something like that. And I was like, this grandma, y'all, she is doing too much to be a 200 and something years old with them Temu wigs. And then she was like, I seen her like doing the pucker in the lips yesterday too when the PR lady came in. And she was like sitting behind her, and Janice was sitting on the row in front of the PR lady. And then Janice, she turned around, she was trying to kiss her. So I was like doing the pucker up. I was like, this woman look just like that video, y'all. Look just like that video when Diddy and her were kissing. And I was like, oh my God, that kind of scared me. I was like, oh, this is real. This is like right in, my eyes is seeing this straight in front. Because she sat 2 or 3 pews in front of me. And I was like, this woman is a freak off. She's the whole reason why Diddy was doing what he was doing. Look, she didn't taught her son how to be the freak off dragon all the while she was a whole freak off mermaid. I mean, y'all, and her nails, they weren't white. Oh no, she retired the white ones during the trial, right? But once Diddy gets off trial, she'll go back to the white ones. Because when she did like that, her nails were the same color as her blonde freak off wig. I was like, where they do that at? When she went to go get her nails done for the trial, I bet she's like, I need something. I need something. I don't need white because everybody talking about the white nails. We need to try another color. So that's what she told her nail tech, I'm sure. We don't need the white. We need to go ahead and go ahead and get the blonde. When I go like this, it matches. It matches. I mean, the color was on point with the Timu wig. And I was like, oh my God, this woman got the wig and she got the Count Dracula nails at 200 and something years old. I was like, this woman, she is still probably, I don't know, maybe running the freak off business on the low. I'm just saying, because Miss Janice, I mean, she's in there. I was like, oh my God, yeah, it was crazy to see Janice literally. I think I was sitting right here. Me and Jamil were sitting on the very last pew, and I was like, one, two. She was like maybe the third pew in front of us, like literally straight in front of us. She was like, you see that right here? You see the window where the window's at? And I was like right here. So from this distance, that's how close I was seeing the back of Janice's Timu wig. And when she went like this and she turned around like this where I could see, and I was like, oh my God, them nails look kind of scary, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all, I'm not going to keep you guys because I'll be going on my little tangents. But yes, the victim today was saying that Diddy held her over a balcony. It was very, very suspicious, right? But Diddy's not going nowhere, and he's not going nowhere anytime soon. Diddy's going to be found guilty. I believe, this is my opinion, he's going to be found guilty, and he's going to be up under one of the federal jails, right? I don't know if they're going to put him in there where, like I said, R. Kelly. I don't think they want them problems because they might want to be married one day, I guess, probably. I don't know. The rate that both of them was going, they both nasty and disgusting. But anyway, you guys, y'all, we gonna keep up with it. Tomorrow, I believe it's a half a day. Starting at 1 o'clock, I believe, tomorrow. And I'm not sure if the Jane Doe is going to testify tomorrow or Friday, like I said. But y'all know I'm going to keep you guys in the loop because I'm going to wake up early in the morning. And I'm going to be going live, waiting for every information, from all the different medias now that I'm not boots on ground. I'm going to be following and seeing what's going on. We're going to keep up with it. So I might be on live probably for like 5 or 6 hours tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to do everything I need to do, go to bed, wake up early so we can get this thing cracking early in the morning to start. I'm sorry, no, not early in the morning. No, at 12 or 1 o'clock when court starts tomorrow. I'm sorry. So in the morning, I have time to run errands and do what I got to do. But we're going to start whenever they start. I'm going to go live and, keep up with what's going on. Because, everything comes out by a couple of like seconds on different news media platforms. So y'all, thanks for stopping in. That's the latest and the greatest thus far for week 4. We were in week 4, day 3 today. So tomorrow is going to be week 4, of course, day 4. Week 4, day 4 tomorrow. So we're going to check it out and see what's going on. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop and, give y'all my thoughts and my opinions and see, how things are going. But Diddy, he's still going to be done, y'all. Diddy is not going to be walking free. Somebody said when I was there, boots on ground when me and Jamil was there on Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember what day it was, but I think it was a free Diddy guy. I think it was a free one, the one I interviewed. Y'all go check that interview out. But anyway, I think it was a free Diddy guy. He's like, I'm going to be waiting for the verdict because I know Diddy's going to walk right out them doors. I'm like, oh, you're going to be waiting for a long time. You're going to be waiting for about 25 years before you see him walk out anybody's doors. I'm just saying. But I didn't tell him that because I didn't want to, crush his hopes and dreams. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to crush his hopes and dreams. I didn't want to, be the bearer of bad news. But I wanted to say, homeboy, I'm sorry to tell you, but Diddy's not coming out no time soon. Now you may catch him in about 15 or 20 years, and he'll be able to walk through somebody's door, possibly, maybe. We don't know. I'm just saying, right? But I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news. I let him have his shine and tell me about why he's wearing the free Diddy shirt. Let him have his shine, respectfully so, right? But it won't be no time soon when Diddy's walking out of any of them federal doors. I'm just saying. But y'all, thank you guys for stopping by. Tammy says, you're done, Diddy. Oh, yes, Diddy is done. Sorry. Just keeping it real, y'all. But love you guys. Thank you guys. Thank all my mods, y'all. Thank you. All of my mods. I appreciate you guys. And everybody, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Smash the like button if you guys didn't smash the like button on the way in. Smash it out the door. If you're on the replay, please smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribe to my channel. Ken says, proper job with that guy. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ken. Yeah. That's what I say. Sometimes my mouth, I'll be going too far sometimes. I'd be like, no, Diddy ain't coming out no time soon. But I was like, let him have his shine. I want him to feel good about what he thinks about. I don't want to be try to, tell nobody what I think and want them to believe that. But if you want to believe that he's going to walk out them doors, okay, you're going to be waiting for a long time, homeboy. I'm just saying, y'all. But, y'all, I'm not going to keep you guys. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say. And, y'all, have a great night. Get y'all some rest. Get y'all some sleep so y'all can be refreshed in the morning time. And I will catch y'all tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye-bye.